Raji the hologram slacker. The 3-month grounding turned into a year. Part 1. The room that looked like a junkyard. Raji's room wasn't messy. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't cluttered. It was a full-on junkyard. Clothes everywhere. Old wrappers on the floor. A half-eaten sandwich from last week. A sock stuck to the ceiling. A broken charger graveyard in the corner. Mikey walked in and whispered, "Bro, this room needs FEMA assistance." Raji shrugged. "Bro, it's organized chaos." Mikey stepped on a sticky spot. "Bro, that's not chaos. That's biohazard." Part 2. The teacher calls home. While Raji was pretending everything was fine, his bald teacher, Mr. Harrison, called home. Mom answered. "Hello?" Mr. Harrison said. "Raji has 10 missing assignments." Mom froze. "He told me he had no homework." Mr. Harrison sighed. "He lied." Dad overheard and stormed into Raji's room. "Raji! Get out here! Now!" Raji walked out slowly. "Bro, what I do?" Mom yelled. "You have 10 missing assignments." Raji blinked. "I thought it was 9. Dad almost passed out. Part 3. The grass situation. Mom dragged Raji outside. The front yard grass? Tall enough to hide a small child. The backyard grass? Looked like a jungle from a survival show. Dad pointed at it. "This hasn't been cut in days." Raji shrugged. "Bro, it's nature." Dad yelled. "You were supposed to cut it." Raji whispered. "I forgot." Mom screamed. Part 4. The 3-month grounding. Mom and Dad had enough. You're grounded for 3 months. No games. No phone. No friends. No fun. Dad unplugged every game console in the house. Raji screamed like he was being exorcised. "Brew, not the PS5." Dad said. "You don't take pride in yourself. You're lazy. You need discipline." Raji collapsed dramatically. Part 5. The 3 tasks he had to do today. Mom pointed at him. "You're doing all 3 things today. Clean your junkyard room. Do all 10 missing assignments. Cut the entire front and backyard." Raji stared at her like she asked him to climb Mount Everest. "Brew, that's impossible." Dad said. "Better start." Part 6. The hologram plan. Raji ran to Mikey. "Bro, I need help." Mikey said. "What you want me to do?" Raji whispered. "Build me a hologram. Of me." Mikey blinked. "Why?" "So it looks like I'm doing chores while I'm actually laying down." Mikey sighed. "Bro, you're unbelievable." But he built it anyway. Part 7. Raji does nothing all day. The hologram cleaned the room. The hologram cut the grass. The hologram sat at the desk doing homework. Meanwhile, the real Raji laid on the couch. ate snacks, watched TV, took naps, scrolled through Mikey's phone, laughed at the hologram working. Mikey shook his head. Bro, you're the laziest person alive. Raji nodded proudly. I know. Part 8 MOM and Dad get suspicious. Mom walked by the hallway. She saw Raji cleaning. But he was moving weird. Slow. Repeating the same motion. Like a glitchy NPC. Dad watched him cut grass. But he was repeating the same line. I am cutting grass. I am cutting grass. I am cutting grass. Mom frowned. Why is he talking like a robot? Dad squinted. Why is he standing in the exact same spot for hours? They walked closer. Mom gasped. That's a hologram. Dad yelled. Raji. Part 9 The Bust. They ran into the living room. Raji was asleep on the couch with crumbs on his shirt. Mikey was sitting next to him, trying not to laugh. Dad yelled. You tried to trick us with a hologram? Mom screamed. You did nothing all day. Raji woke up. Bro. I can explain. Dad cut him off. No. You're grounded for the rest of the year. Raji screamed. Brew a year? Mom nodded. Yes. A year. Part 10 Mikey gets in trouble too. Mom called Mikey's parents. Mikey helped him build the hologram. Mikey's parents sighed. Mikey. Why? Mikey shrugged. He begged. Mikey got a warning. No grounding. But don't help Raji be lazy again. Mikey nodded. Fair. Part 11 The Aftermath. Raji sat in his room, staring at the unplugged consoles. Bro. I ruined my life. Mikey whispered. Bro, you really got grounded for a whole year. Raji sighed. I should have just cleaned my room. Mikey nodded. Yeah. You should've. Raji laid down. Bro. I'm never using holograms again.